मुझे पता नहीं था कि ये वाला किचन है। दिलीप, सानिया को लगता है कि मैं 25 years old हूँ। I know Sania from 18 years and I don't know this. I think we are working harder now than we worked in our primary careers.
Yeah, in different ways. But do you think that today the judgment of coming from that rags to riches is way less than before?
Till now, I am insecure about money. And I understood why my dad took to alcohol. I would be married and probably divorced.
And not many people know I've frozen my eggs. And I recommend it to everybody.
He said it's fine, even if we don't have children, what will happen?
And my parents were like, why are you crying? And I'm like, I actually don't know.
We know we are secure in our marriage. We don't need to hold hands on the red carpet. Maybe actors will get angry with me now.
For all the times you've made me cook, dance, everything that I don't do ever, I'm gonna make you play a sport.
You told me कि मुझे किचन में आना है। मुझे पता नहीं था कि ये वाला किचन है, पिकल बॉल का किचन।
ये घर वाला किचन है, ये किचन में अलाउड ही नहीं है. Now I want to see how you're gonna play this sport.
I have never played a sport before, you know that.
I know, that is why I'm
I
taking
only
a
play
badla.
games.
Only
I
played
play
games.
games.
Did you play sport in school?
I played dog and the bone.
Dog in the bone is not a sport.
Of course
No,
it is.
it's not a sport.
And that lagori, you hit that ball and you run.
So
That's a
no,
sport.
you have not
It's a
played.
national sport of Lokhandwala.
Okay, let's see now. See? See? Oh my God!
Dilip! I cannot play this alone. Dilip!
You've gotten Dilip here also.
I've got a partner. इधर आ.
जी मैम.
ये क्या लेके आया है तू?
मैम अचार.
तू अचार क्यों लेके आया है?
आपने बोला था ना पिकल बॉल खेलना है.
ये वो वाला किचन नहीं है, अचार वाला.
पिकल बॉल है ये पिकल नहीं है. रखिया और बैट लेके आ. जा.
You need a partner?
I think we'll be 2 against 1 because you're the great Sania Mirza. उधर जा. अब जैसा बॉल आएगा ना, ऐसा गिल्ली डंडा के जैसे ऐसे मारना उसको. ठीक है? Yay! I scored a point. Sania couldn't hit the ball.
But you have to hit in the
Oh,
lines.
you have to hit it in
the
this,
lines,
okay.
little.
आ गया.
Dilip,
ले मार. क्या कर रहा है? मेरी नाक कटा रहा है तू. मार दिलीप. अरे दो. I give up on this game. He is worse than me. I found someone worse than me.
No, actually you're very good. You're very good. Your hand-eye coordination, surprisingly, I think it's the Wimbledon you watched 10 years ago.
I still, it's मेरे brain में वो embed हो गया है.
The Wimbledon, I had to force you to come and watch.
On that
we
note,
have to stop. We have to stop.
I'm telling you, 1 week of this, I can play Wimbledon pickleball.
There is
Let's
nothing
go.
like that, but
That's why I can play it. My God, I'm so good at pickleball.
Are you tired?
Not at all. I can play for next 4-5 hours.
And you were so nervous saying कि Sania, you're making me play a sport. You're making me play
Sania,
pickleball.
मैंने पिछले 40 साल में तो कोई sport खेला नहीं है.
It didn't seem like that, but now.
Because my eye on hand coordination is too good.
Eye on hand, no hand-eye coordination.
Hand-eye coordination.
Okay, now tell me.
Haan.
I had to host a podcast for you to actually play a sport in your...
And I want to tell you, only for you would I do this.
I know. Because you love me and I love you
Yes.
very much for this. So
Because
thank
you
you
have
for
also
doing
come
this.
cooked.
Exactly. But listen, how do you like our name now? You tell me. Serving it up with Sania.
I love it. Serving it up.
You're the
I
one
love
who-
it. And there's a kitchen partner also.
There is a kitchen
But a
partner.
different type of kitchen.
Correct.
But भाई को बोलो पिकल बॉल में किचन क्यों बुलाते हैं इसको?
अभी पिकलबॉल क्यों बुलाते हैं वो भी नहीं समझ आ रहा ना.
Pickle, kitchen is all to do with food actually.
It's all to do with food. It's a game that was started many years ago for actually in America with older women who wanted to have like cardio and activity.
I'm the brand
You're
ambassador
the-
of older women.
Why do you think you were so
who want to
good?
do cardio and activity?
Acha, you didn't bring food today?
ऐसा हो सकता है.
That's what I was thinking. Did you get my...
दिलीप.
Tell me you got my favorite
Dilip.
thing.
जी मैम।
आप हुक्म करो। और ये देखो आ गया आपका
My
रोस्ट चिकन।
thanks दिलीप। दिलीप तूने बनाया है ये दीदी ने बनाया है?
मैंने बनाया है, मैम ने सिखाया है।
First he has lied and said मैम ने बनाया है।
मैंने कभी बोला तेरे को झूठ बोलने?
नहीं, आपने खाली सिखाया है मेरे को, मैं बनाया।
तब मस्का
Thank
कितना
you,
डाला है
दिलीप।
उसमें?
ये मेरा लंच होगा।
शूट के बाद ही खाओ। एंड आई आल्सो वांट टू टेल यू कि इसके अभी 2 ब्रांड शूट्स और हैं, तो दिलीप को प्लीज जाने दो।
But I have to give him something.
क्या बात है, तेरे
I
को
have
गिफ्ट
to-
मिल रहा है? अरे वाह।
We are only gifting him. You are not.
What do you mean?
This is something from Digitech. ये जो तू वायरल वीडियो बनाता है, तू मेन कैरेक्टर है ना उसमें।
नहीं मैम।
तो ये उसमें काम आएगा शूट करने के लिए।
खोल के तो
Thank
देख
you,
क्या
ma'am.
है, मेरे को
Thank you.
दिखा तो सही क्या है। वाओ, दिस इज अमेजिंग।
थैंक यू दिलीप। अभी मुझे पता है ये शो तो वायरल हो जाएगा बिकॉज दिलीप्स ऑन इट। थैंक यू।
निकल जा यहाँ से, निकल जा, घर जा।
So Farah, what we've done is basically we found some pictures that I don't know if you remember when we've taken, but you're gonna have to try to remember some special
I remember
things
every
of,
photo we have taken.
yeah, all of them here.
Oh.
So just see.
My God. Okay, wow. This one. ये तो easy है. This is the first time you and me went on Koffee-with-Karan.
Yeah.
और I don't think करण को बोलने का मौका दिया हमने because we were on fire.
You were on fire.
No, you also.
I was
Together, both of
diplomatically
us.
correct as always, but you were definitely
No,
on
no.
fire.
We have roasted Karan a lot on this, in this picture. How nice we both looked. Oh my God, here's my fat face. I'm not allowed to say that word.
No, you're not.
This is when you retired and you had that big party in Hyderabad, the big
Retirement
function
event, yes.
और हम लोग सब 10 लोग बॉम्बे से हैदराबाद फ्लाइट पकड़ के गए थे और ये हमारे रूम में वेलकम।
But this was after.
After the function.
And we were just sitting after
when we
the
just wanted to wear our nightie and lie down.
Yeah.
ये वाला कब है?
This is one of those nights where I have not wanted to go out and we have sat in the hotel room and eaten food and you have
ये
brought
तो
this same roast chicken. This is a while ago also.
ये तो कोई तो होटल रूम है, हाँ. This we have thousands of photos like this, so it's difficult to say, but I love these the best. Where I just come to your hotel room, get food
Or I
from
come to your
home,
house, yeah, I
and
know.
then we just lie down on the couch and either watch Big Boss.
Everybody should know this, right, about us, that our favorite activity is to actually sit in bed
sit in bed
or on the couch
on the couch and watch Big Boss.
and watch Big Boss.
Oh my God!
Is
Again,
that your house?
first I asked him to do a Udit ji on me, but now I'm doing a Udit ji on him. This is when Izan was 2. How old is he? 2?
One
and
maybe,
a half,
yeah.
one,
Maybe
one
the
and a
first
half.
time he came to your house.
First time he came to my house, the cutie pie. Now he doesn't give me a kiss anymore.
He doesn't even give me a kiss.
What do
properly.
you mean?
I
I
have to
wonder
force
who
it.
is kissing now.
Please, he's 6 years old.
But it's Izan, so. Hey, I remember this. ये शाहरुख खान के घर पे था. शाहरुख had a party for Apple. Tim Cook was there. And Mr. Bachchan was there, Aishwarya was there, and Mr. Bachchan was taking a selfie.
And he was saying कि तुम लोग ऐसे पाउट करके मुंह क्यों बनाते हो? Do you
हाँ,
remember?
correct.
That's why you are
So-
making that face and he was like,
I was
पता
just
नहीं
trying to
क्यों?
look thin. Oh, I remember this photo. ये photo Sania had just given birth. Izan अभी पैदा हुआ था.
When
I
you came
think
to see me
maybe
in
1
Hyderabad.
week later.
Yeah,
or
when
10
you gave
days.
him that gift.
Yes. When I got his little hands ka gift.
The first time you came to see me after I had his
I
hand.
swear I'm looking more pregnant here than you.
No, I was
Over
looking
here.
very pregnant.
This I came to your house and then I saw the baby and oh my God, time is
But
flying.
you've lost so much weight, Farah, since
Time is flying. I have to, yeah. And this I remember. I was Sania's +1. This was a sports award.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing there because I knew.
But
no
you
sport.
showed your talent. Why you were at the sports award with your pickleball
You
skills?
think that I'll ever win for pickleball award?
No, you'll be my +1, but
So we were the +1 where we were a couple, the it couple.
my date.
Where did you find this photo? ये मैं हर बार सानिया के घर जाती हूँ दुबई में. मेरा favorite spot है ये couch.
Can you tell them the story of when you have come on my birthday at a nightclub and you have slept exactly in this position
But
in the
without,
nightclub?
there was no nice.
There was no blanket,
blanket.
unfortunately, but in the nightclub she has slept.
बट सानिया को
Soundly.
लगता है कि मैं 25 years old हूँ और ये जब भी मैं वहाँ जाती हूँ ये मेरे को नाइट क्लब्स पता
जब
नहीं.
भी no, one time on my birthday we have gone.
Every
Because
time
I
we
also
go
don't
out,
go anywhere.
नाइट क्लब रात के 12 बजे के बाद जा रहे, फुल ब्लास्ट म्यूजिक एंड आई हैव पास्ड आउट. And the club people thought that I'm drunk and I passed out. जबकि मैं पीती भी नहीं
She
हूँ.
was asleep. She was sound asleep.
This is my favorite activity. Oh my God.
I also don't know
Oh
what photo.
my God.
Oh
I
my God.
This was my FAT phase. FAT, this was Anam's wedding.
This is another wedding.
We had a blast. One of the few times जब मैंने एक दो shot लगा लिए थे. And we were dancing to all my songs. And
This
Ramcharan was there, were teaching him dance steps.
You choreographed a song where 3 of us danced.
Yes.
You remember?
No, I don't remember that.
No, you don't
At all.
remember a lot from that night.
I don't, but I remember I was extremely FAT then.
You're not allowed to keep saying this.
But how?
You can't
oh my
fat
God.
shame even yourself anymore. It
I'm
doesn't
not shaming. It's a reality. It's no shame. But I'm glad that I don't look like this anymore.
work. So,
Can I keep these?
yeah,
How
of
lovely.
course. You
We
can
should
keep them.
Frame them and put them
Actually.
up. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I don't know if you know this about me, that, you know, we were in the US, right? We were living in the US, and at that point it was hand to mouth. Everything was
Really?
financially, yeah, we were, you don't know this about me. See,
No,
I had to do
thought
a
your
podcast
dad was a builder over here.
when we came back.
Huh.
But when I was 4, we tried to live there for 2 years, and at that time, my dad had a small printing
I know
press.
Sania from 18 years and I don't know this about her.
At that time, what had happened was obviously, like we all have financial struggles, we were just trying to make ends meet. So I couldn't even go to school at that point. You know, they couldn't send me to nursery because they couldn't afford it, and then we ended up coming back. So I know that you have spoken about, you know, the financial situations that happened in your life. How do you think that shaped you into who you are today? Did it make a difference? Was
I
it?
think 100% it makes a difference. Till now, I am insecure about money. So for me, I have to be financially secure to feel relaxed, and that's the only insecurity I have. Because we have seen my dad very rich and then
Correct.
suddenly very poor. And then for many years, we were hand to mouth. I think that the drive to keep working at all times and not, like same with you also. Now you've given up. You've retired from tennis, but you're doing 100 other things.
Right.
So I may not be choreographing or actively directing, but I think we are working harder now than we worked in our primary careers.
Yeah, in different ways. But do you think that today the judgment of coming from that rags to riches is way less than before? Before, people used to try to hide that story a lot more, right? Like today, people are more open about it.
I think today everyone wants a struggle story. Even people who don't have a struggle,
They make it up.
are making a story, a struggle story of some very weird thing. So I think today everything is about having a struggle. And I'm fine. My kids don't have one. Your child will not have one.
But financial struggle is the most obvious struggle that is there.
And the most difficult one, because then you are not free to pursue what you want. It's only about getting through that day or getting through that month. That's why I say I can understand when people come from outside to Bombay and they have a anger about Nepo children or whatever. I can understand where that
Why it's
anger
coming.
comes from, because for them, they are only struggling to pay the rent of that month or to have some food. So for them, their struggle seems to be very frivolous.
You've spoken about when your dad's films flopped.
Yeah.
Do you think that had any kind of, were you old enough obviously to understand, you know, the repercussions that happen with something like that, or the way you saw career and the way you saw money?
I was only some 5 or 6 years old, and I was a very, very spoiled, pampered child till then. But I saw the repercussions over the years. And I don't blame the industry for it, because it happens in every industry. If you are a failure, people are not coming to you. When people say Bollywood is very kathor, no, life is only kathor.
No, success sells.
Correct,
That is what it
correct.
is.
So you have to make sure that you don't get affected either by the success or by the failure. So I think that over the years I understood, and I understood why my dad took to alcohol and why he was, you know, because at that time as a child you're getting traumatized and you cannot bring any friend home.
But how difficult was it to be in a place that was so uncertain, right? Like with somebody
No,
who
it
was struggling with
Sania,
addiction.
I'm telling you, it was uncertain. So we had a whole floor, and then we started selling flats. And then finally we came to a 1 hall and 1 bedroom, from like 5 bedrooms and huge hall and all, which he couldn't sell because it was my mom's name.
They were,
She
they were separated
left,
already.
took us with us and left. So that hall in the afternoon was given to the people to come and play cards. So everyone used to put 5 rupees ka kitty and 30 rupees, 6 or 7, 30, 35. That was it. In that 35 rupees, you had to buy the milk for the next day. the whatever little bhaji. It was day to day, and my dad's quarter or half bottle, whatever. So if they didn't come to play for whatever reason, there was no milk the next day, and it was literally that
Hand to mouth.
that much. So it was really, I've seen if 2 extra people came, it was fun. Like, oh, now we'll get mutton.
See, like the same thing was, I have seen when I used to travel, my parents used to eat like 1 meal a day, one big meal that used to get breakfast for free in the hotel.
Correct.
So that I could eat 3 meals.
For your
so,
practice
so I
and
could
everything.
play.
Yeah.
When we used to go for juniors, you know, there is
Yeah,
so
and the house
uncertain.
was to be, it's a very depressive place to
100%, yeah.
come back. So I used to, when I went to college, we had to shift back with my dad, and my dad is lovely. But to see him like that, and you know, I can smell alcohol whenever I go somewhere, even it's in a car, I know that smell so well, it triggers a childhood memory for me.
Is that why you're so averse to it, you think?
No, now though I still have it once in a way at
very
a party.
rare,
Yeah,
very
very
rare.
rarely, because I know that I'm not going to get addicted to it. So I used to keep staying in college till 6:30, 7 in the
Just so
evening.
you didn't have to come
so
home.
that I didn't want to just come back home. So I think that whole now calling people over and having these get-togethers and feeding is all because we never got to do it in childhood. We couldn't call our friends or even in school say that my parents are separated. It was a very big
I mean,
taboo.
those times were also very, very different
and
at
now
that
I
point.
see in my children's school it's so normalized
Yeah,
because
yeah.
every second person is coming from a broken home. But however much you normalize it, a child always gets affected.
See, a child will get affected anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to understand
Correct.
and choose what is, you know, a situation that is
Correct.
better. Because if a child is going to see 2 people that are extremely
Absolutely.
unhappy,
Yeah.
then there are
So my
certain
dad
calls
and
that
mom
need to
were
take.
like, it was
Exactly.
crazy.
But if you have a place where you're like, we can fake it, you're kidding
That's
yourself
true.
because the child understands. And obviously, you know, there
I know
are
because
different...
you are
Yes.
now a single mother. I think nothing more difficult than being a single mom. It's
See, there is
difficult.
mom guilt, right? Like even now,
Yeah.
you are married, but how much? Today you are working as much as you
Correct.
work and is spending so much more time with the children.
But for you to do it alone, like I was just telling you before, the Shirish are now looking after their college
Yeah.
applications, and so I don't. But you will have to do it all. You'll have to also work and do that and give him the time, and so
it is very, very hard, and we all have our journeys, and we all have to choose what is
correct.
best.
So
and
I've seen you go through your worst. Since I know you,
yeah,
I've seen your highest high and your lowest low.
yeah.
And I think you've handled both of them equally
Thank you.
well.
I remember, I don't want to mention it on camera, but there was a moment that was one of the lowest moments
I
when you
know.
showed up at my set and I had to go on a live show after that.
I know.
And till today, and I'm not saying this on camera, if I talk to anybody, I say that if Farah had not come there, you saw what I was shivering.
No, it's
and I said that if Farah had not come and said, no matter what, you're going and doing this show, I would have not done it. I would have
know.
left.
I know. Because I got so scared that I
Yeah.
have never seen you
Bad,
got
bad
like a panic attack, and I had a shoot that day, but I just
Yeah.
I,
and you just came to the set
I had
and I
my
was shooting.
pajama, I don't know what, in my chappals. I just landed up there, and
Yeah.
I just felt you needed somebody to be
No,
there.
and I think it really helps me and our friendship over the years. And I mean, this is not about our friendship, but I just want to tell people because we've gotten the question a lot saying कि common क्या है? तुम लोग दोस्त हो क्यों? उसको ना sport आता है, तुमको
हमारी
ना.
bitching अगर आप सुनोगे ना, हमारी judging of people is very common.
But even strong women need
Of
other
course,
people.
yeah.
So I think that's somewhere forgotten. But
also we have a lot of fun when we are with each other.
no, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to tell you, I don't think you know this about me also.
I'm liking this show where I'm
Yes.
getting to learn about
So,
my friend.
when we were in America, I was get on a flight with my parents. Anam was not there at that point because Anam was only born after 7 years of me being alive. But I was 4 or 5. We were flying to LA.
Used to
we
play
were,
that time?
No, I came back. We couldn't afford it. So we had to come back to
Oh,
India and then
okay.
start playing. That was one of the reasons why we came. So when we were taking the flight, my aunt called last minute and said, listen, don't take tomorrow morning. I can't come to LA to pick you up tomorrow. So you take the next morning.
Okay.
We said, okay. So the next morning that flight crashed.
What?
Yeah, that flight crashed.
Oh my God,
And
it's
there
a
were
true
no
story.
Yeah,
You
there
hear
were
these
no
urban
survivors.
legends.
Because I believe in destiny, but do you feel that destiny is one of the most important things, or
100%.
luck and commitment
No,
and hard work?
100%, 100%. I think it's a combo of both. Like you, at 23, I wanted to also get married very desperately. And if that had happened, then I would not be the person I am today. I would be married and
But you're
probably
still
divorced and not having a career and
No, you would not have been divorced.
no, 100%. And also how I got my first break as a choreographer. Now see, somebody didn't turn up for the shoot.
And you
I
got
was
your
the
break.
only person there who knew dance and how to choreograph. So I was made the choreographer of a very big Amir Khan movie, Jo Jeeta Wahi Singh. So that is all destiny,
yeah.
you know. But the thing is, if you are not prepared for that destiny, then you miss out on that chance.
So the talent has to be
Talent
there.
and the hard work and that, so you have to
Just.
wait for that. You have to be prepared and you have to wait. If you give up halfway, then the opportunity can keep coming.
But do you feel because you were so young
Huh.
and you were a woman, which in that time, you know, was quite unheard of, right? Today there are so many more strong women
Correct.
like this. But do you think it was hard for people to take you seriously? Did you feel insecure about those things, or do you think that it was fine?
See, I don't think anyone played the gender card because there were a lot of female choreographers.
At that time.
Sarojji was a very
of
big
course.
choreographer.
But because you were young,
I was young. I was
Yeah.
25 when I started.
and then calling the shots at 25.
So at that time, but I very cleverly chose to work with directors who are either just coming up. Like I didn't work with the Diggaj of that time like David Dhawan or all these people who are giving hit films. They were not even considering me. But I was getting a chance to work with Adi Chopra's first movie, Karan Johar's first movie.
But they were also
Shah Rukh,
young,
so
no,
they
that
were all
time?
young,
Yeah,
so we got
yeah.
along very well. And luckily for me, they all did very well. And the music, songs, so they all came as a new thing. Also, Shah Rukh was very instrumental because he would recommend me wherever he was working because he and me got along well, and he also didn't like that typical filmy.
Yeah.
So all this is all, I guess, destiny only. Who you meet along the way and who you.
And then that transition that happened, like from being a choreographer and then being a director, but not just a director. The only woman is still who's done a over 300 crore film. I don't know how many people know this, but there are very, very few people who have come close to that.
So I wanted to be a director only. I didn't want to be a choreographer. That was
It just happened.
See, destiny. Now it happened, and 10 years. I think it was good because it trained me to become a better director. I worked with all the good directors.
I think we've had a lot of serious talks. I think this is the
I
first
know.
time
I
in
didn't
years.
realize that this was such a serious.
But let's get something to drink.
Okay.
And then I'll talk
But
about
you know
some
I
more.
don't drink.
No, it's not that kind of
Oh,
party here.
okay.
But let's go. I'll get you something to drink. Healthy. This is a sports show.
Oh, okay. Serving it up with Sania. Let's go. Serve it to me.
Very nice.
Wow.
Look at it.
It's looking yum. Wow.
It's actually nice.
Very nice. Looking good.
Amazing.
Yummy.
Nice? Fab.
Yum.
Can you stop it? We'll give you the smoothie.
Cheers.
Cheers. How's the smoothie?
The smoothie is yummy, but it's so thick that
We are only, I want to tell you, eating and drinking on this just smoothie. So you're saying that we made a nice smoothie. So I passed my cooking test.
And also you had a very good blender with you.
That is why the smoothie is so good. I want to ask you something. Again, this you know about me because I had come to you, but I wanted to freeze my eggs.
Yes.
And
Thank
we
God
went
you
to,
did.
Yes, and when I came to you and you said come to your doctor.
Firoza Parekh.
But yeah, exactly to Dr. Parekh. But today, and not many people know I've frozen my eggs, and I recommend it to everybody because you never know, and you can
Correct.
then have to the biological
Suddenly
clock
the
is
maternal
ticking.
instinct kicks in
Exactly,
later.
if you want another kid or something. So, but at the time that you did IVF, it was not very common. Right? It was not that common. Like today, people talk about it very
I
openly.
think it was common, but people never spoke about it. Everyone pretended that
They're
the
having
stock
it.
has brought it and dumped that child in your stomach. I don't know why it was taboo. So probably I was the first, at least celeb to openly
about
talk
it.
about it. And after that, I found out, oh my God, so many of these babies have all been IVF babies. And for me, it was that it's completely legal. I'm not doing anything illegal
Yeah.
that it should be taboo.
But maybe it's that thing of like, hey, you are not able to conceive, and that
But
shame that
I
comes
was
with
40
it.
years old.
No, not you. I'm saying as women, the
Correct.
reason they hide it is that people will say you're
because
not able to
society
conceive.
has made it taboo, but I decided I should speak because it's a wonderful thing for so many people who want to be mothers,
later on in life.
and also it can be about the husband. Why is it always the wife's
Yeah, of course.
fault? So Firoza Parekh was wonderful, and
She was amazing.
And I think I must have at least recommended 250 people used to catch me in the supermarket and grocery store. आपके doctor का number दो.
Because
And
you also didn't have one, na? You had three.
I had I had jackpot.
You were a great brand ambassador for her.
Yes, and all three healthy babies.
Yeah. You know, I want you to talk about little bit just for people to understand
Yeah.
that anyway pregnancy and trying to have a child is emotionally draining.
Yes.
But when you do IVF, the
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
hormones that we have to take to
Yeah.
actually freeze the eggs and all of
so
that.
you
Can you
actually
talk about
just
it?
froze
I just
your
froze
eggs.
my eggs.
You didn't do IVF. You
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. No, I had Izhan naturally and then I froze
Then
my
you
eggs
froze
after
eggs,
that. Yeah.
because you never know. You may
Yeah.
still want to have
Yeah.
a baby sister or brother for him. The thing with IVF is I don't know how a normal pregnancy would be, bad enough. But with IVF, and because I was carrying triplets, everything was the throwing up was 3 times over. I used to have stomach rash all over. My stomach used to be like
Acidity you had, like bad
I was
acid
only
reflux?
in the loo at all times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because at any given time, one child was pressing on my bladder. So I was constantly in the loo. I could not sleep while lying down. I used to sleep on the lazy boy because my stomach
couldn't
used to
be
come
like,
over
yeah,
my
yeah,
heart.
yeah.
So all those things, plus Firoza Parekh, I had to go every morning to take injections,
Yes.
either in my thigh or in
That's
the stomach.
what I'm saying. You know, people don't realize that journey is like a 2-year
Yeah.
journey. It's not you do the IVF and you
Correct.
freeze the eggs.
Correct.
And then the emotional toll it takes.
Because you're pumped, and I used to wonder the first 2 times when it didn't work, I was in bed just crying for 2 days. And I didn't even realize that, oh my God, I wanted to be a mother this badly. And I was 42 years old when
you
I
had
got pregnant.
you had failed
Two.
IVF twice.
Twice. And I used to just be crying and crying. It's also because of the hormones
Yeah, of
that are
course.
pumped in. I used to cry at the drop of a hat. And I was also shooting Om Shanti Om at the same time.
That was my next question. Did you have to let go of some work and stuff when you were doing that? Nothing.
I did not. But
You
when
deliberately didn't.
there was a break in the shoot for about a month and a half because Shah Rukh every June, July used to go to London with his children, with Aryan and Suhana
Yeah,
and Gauri.
at that time, huh.
So if June, July, he used to take a break, annual break. That break came as a godsend for me, because in that break I was doing no work and I could relax and go and do the IVF. And I was sure that now I will get pregnant when I had only 4 eggs left.
And you were 42 already.
I was 42.
And how much support does that husband?
Oh my
you
God.
know?
He
Talk
was
about that.
Yeah. So there has not been, I used to go literally every alternate day, drive 1.5 hour drive to the hospital
Yeah.
where doctor. There is not a single time where Shirish has not come with me or been with me or looked after me, even after the pregnancy. I mean, he has literally washed me and bathed me
Yeah.
and cleaned me up and all sorts of things that a husband maybe should not see. But he was absolutely wonderful, and even the times when it failed, you know, he was of great support, and he said it's fine even if we don't have children, what will happen?
I mean, there are
we
other
happy
options
now.
also, na?
Yeah,
to-
but he was like, we are happy now, so we'll continue that. I mean, but I knew how badly he wanted
Yeah, of course.
kids. But
He was also younger.
he's 8 years younger than
Yeah.
me. And for him, the children were his best friend.
Are.
Are still, yeah, he spends maximum time with them.
What would you tell women and men actually today? Because you did it so many years ago and now technology has
Become even
really
better,
like
has
even
it?
better. Yeah, it's become better. I have some cousins who've done IVF and in the first go,
I'm sure
they've never
mine was
had-
now, my kids will be 18 years old.
Exactly, so it's
I did
a-
it 19 years ago.
So imagine how long. So what would you tell people who are still a little quote unquote ashamed to talk about the fact that they are having an IVF?
I think if science is helping you, right? I think the more people talk about it, the more you hide it, then it becomes a problem.
But what is the need to hide? Is
I
the
don't know.
question.
They
now.
feel like Amir did surrogacy.
Yeah.
And then after that, Shah Rukh did surrogacy.
I mean,
And
so
then
many people
So
we
many,
know,
and they
yeah.
all spoke about it openly. But there were still some twins and all born who they said were natural. I was like, God bless you. Okay.
But it's good. And this leads me into my next question. And I know, I mean, you're so honest in terms of who you are. You know, who you are as a person, and you try to always have your heart, you know, where your mouth is really. And I just feel that, has it been challenging to be unapologetically honest and true in being in a public eye?
Sometimes I do tend to offend some of maybe my friends, and I'm realizing it as I grow older that I don't need to all the time tell them the truth. Some friends just, not you, but there are some, and especially the ones in films, they are becoming a bit picky.
But don't you feel after knowing you and I know the people
but
that you know
there's
for so
no need for me to tell them now, oh God, you were not looking good in that movie, you know.
But that anyway you should know.
There is no need for
That anyway, I don't think there is any need to tell people.
No, because to tell that, listen, do something now that you didn't look good in that. I say it with the best intention, but I guess I understand that people feel I'm all the time only.
You're too honest.
Yeah, so there's no need to be so honest.
And has it been little challenging because you are that person who's constantly out and that social person in your relationship and in the household, right? Because I mean, Shirish and me get along. Yeah. But I'm
You're
saying
one of the
that
few people he gets along
I know,
with.
me and him have our chais in the morning and stuff, but he is an introverted person and you're a complete opposite of that, if you may. Yes. Even though you have had to be. Yeah. So has that been challenging in the relationship
So in the beginning, it was very challenging. And we used to have a lot of fights when I would force him to come out with me. And then also, like we said, the industry, not only the industry, the world is full of assholes. Yeah. So they will always hone on the person who's more successful at that point.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yes.
So they will only talk to me and ignore my husband. And I used to not like that. And he also used to not like that.
Yeah, of course.
So after a point, we came to an agreement that if you are uncomfortable coming out with this set of people,
then you don't come.
I want you to be happy and at peace. I don't need to have a person. We know we are secure in our marriage. We don't need to hold hands on the red carpet. Yeah. Sometimes I feel the more people are holding hands on the red carpet, I feel something is brewing. I mean, it's not really a very natural thing to always
Again, let's not be so honest.
Let's not be so honest. Everyone is happily married. And everyone loves it. Hold hands on the red carpet, blue carpet, and wherever you want.
No, but I have seen that relationship, and that's why I want people to know, and I know that he doesn't like to come out too much, and
or
I know
to be
that
spoken about also.
Or even spoken about. But the reason I'm talking about it is because I have seen both of you in a very close setup
when there is come and stay with
exactly,
me at
and
home.
there are no cameras, there is nothing, and where it is just the three of us, and I have seen the relationship and the security in the relationship, because it is very normal to feel that if the woman is or one spouse is more successful, the other one feels insecure about it or something, which he is not at all. I want to ask you one last question before we go to the rapid fire. This resurgence that you've had, right? How has this resurgence happened, first of all? How has it helped you? How did it come to you that I want to do it this way? And now, like we were joking in the van, you are a Miss Brand Ambassador of all the brands.
So, see, Sania, I think what happens is, as I grow older, I don't know if you're allowed to abuse on the, you start giving lesser fucks about things as you grow older. So, after a point, I got the chance to, they were after me for a very long time to do YouTube, but I think it has to happen when it happens. So at that point, I had already finished the new script of the movie I want to make, and I
remember
knew that now again I have to wait for another couple of years, and that waiting is very angsty.
Yeah, because it's uncertain, right?
Yeah, so I don't want to get up with uncertainty every day. I've been through that when
you were younger.
When I was younger. Yeah. So I said, okay, now I have 2 years. Let me try YouTube. It'll keep me busy, and let's see, maybe I'll make some money.
And we had this conversation, you remember? And you said, I'll try now, let's see.
I'll try, banega. And try me, something about it hit, I can't plan it. Something about it hit the bullseye. Yeah. Something, whether it was the candidness or the way I speak, or whether it was Dilip and me. The first few times it was only Dilip and me. Yeah. And I need that one person that I need to roast or tell him, because that's my personality. Yeah. So how I talk to him at home is how I was talking to him. And then it just got a life of its own. And then as we went along, we started realizing, people are liking to see when we go to somebody's house, they're liking to see that also.
Because people like to see the personal space of stars, right?
Yes. And I was very clear, please do not depend on, for me to bring celebrities. If they come, good enough. If they don't come also, the show should do well.
But you know, Farah, one of the things, and I have said this to so many people, you know, you're somebody who's been an extremely successful person at what you did, right? You were a choreographer, then a director, and very, very successful. But you didn't have that qualms कि नहीं मैं उसके घर पे नहीं जाऊंगी कि मैं ये नहीं करूंगी. You were ready to do it.
I am telling you, I feel the show has to work on its own. It should not be reliant on how big. In fact, some of the people that we have shot with unexpectedly are not the biggest, stars, and their things have gone
viral.
Like viral. So that is why when I tell brands also that you cannot tell me that you will put your brand only for Sania Mirza and Karan Johar and will not put it if it's a TV star or a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Because regardless of every guest is important.
Because that hierarchy you didn't want, and you
I didn't
negated
want
that completely.
Someone just did a research on my YouTube channel, by the way, which I got to read, is how I democratized, made it democratic. That there's a YouTuber also, there's a truck driver also, and there's Sania Mirza, Karan Johar, Kajol, Ajay Devgan also.
Yeah.
And everyone gets equal
and
time.
there's Dilip also. I mean,
And
you've
Dilip
also,
is, yeah,
I mean,
Dilip
you
is
have
now
made
the brand
and
ambassador
changed.
of all staff. So every movie I made also, I would make sure my assistant director was acting in the movie, my cameraman was doing a camp. So all, now my manager is now in ads and all with me. I like, isko le ye character hai, ye karega. So maybe actors will get angry with me now. Wanna be actors because I'm just putting people.
Maybe they'll come and start working for you.
Yeah, I have a long line of cooks waiting. Are you auditioning for the next film? No, we are
You will
auditioning
have
for-
the best looking cooks and drivers. All these people who
I have
have
also noticed the best looking don't work. That
Really?
oddball always works.
We are now going to go into the rapid fire.
We have done many rapid fires before. You also have to answer the question.
Okay, I'll answer.
Both of
A
us will
trip
give.
with just you and me, or us and our kids? You and me, na?
You and me, please, yeah.
You and me.
Huh.
Choreography, direction, or content creation? Pick one.
Only one I have to pick.
Yeah, no?
So maximum money is in content creation.
This is a person who's made a 300 crore film.
But maximum money personally I made it content creation. But if you ask me what I want to do, the direction.
Okay, that's what you want.
That's
That's your thing. Who cooks better? You or Dilip?
No, I teach him first, but now he does cook better than
But
me.
I can vouch that she's a very, very good cook.
Yeah, so I
She's a
teach
very,
him,
very
but
good
because he's every day doing it, and he copies very well.
He does.
Yeah, like if
now
you teach him
this
one or
chicken
two,
is exactly how you used to make it.
and also it's exactly after 10 days if he makes for you will taste exactly. There's
the same.
consistency.
Yeah. Om Shanti Om or Main Hoon Na.
For me, it'll always be
I
Mehuna.
know
First
that. I
baby
knew that.
always.
I knew the answer. Any song that you choreographed, even today you think about it and you're like, that was, man, I did an incredible job at it.
Well, so many songs.
But one you name now.
So,
Be
Chaya,
humble
Chaya,
with
Chaya,
it.
Chaya. I
That
think
was
that was like how the hell did we just went and did it?
Yeah, and on a train.
On a train,
and
no harness, no nothing,
dancing.
just yeah.
Just dancing. This is a question. The biggest diva, Bollywood diva you've worked with. I mean,
Oh
you
my
work with
God, it
everybody
has
now.
to be Dilip. I want to
Bollywood
tell
diva.
you. He cannot get up. He has to go for shoot. Then मैं खाना भी बना रहा हूँ. अभी मेरे को disturb मत करो. He's become quite the diva.
One up and coming female director that
Up
you
and
are
coming?
excited to see.
I don't know up and coming, but I'm always excited to see Zoya's films.
If there was a movie made on you,
You, your
who
debut,
would play you?
Rakhi
Who would
Sawant.
play you? Who would play you?
Jamie Lever would play me for
She
sure.
will do an incredible job. She's too good.
Jamie Lever would play me.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
that film? If any of your kids wanted to join or want to join Bollywood,
don't want to.
They don't want to.
No.
But what if they change their mind? They're only 18.
They are, at 18, if you don't know whether you want to join or not join, let
They're
me
not
tell you,
joining?
it's too late. At
Really?
18, your son can't say, I want to play tennis
No,
now.
that's true.
So, by 18, if they have no inclination, then it's better that they don't join.
If your WhatsApp chats were deleted
Oh my God.
or leaked, who would be the most embarrassed?
Puneet Malhotra. Most embarrassed.
Yeah. Or that group chat that we
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I forgot
The
what
Lukha
the name is.
gang.
Lukha gang. Okay, we've reached the last segment. You have to tell me if you had to give shout outs to people, who would you cast?
Like I have to shout at people.
That you do anyway.
Then? No. Acha.
You just have to say the name of who would
Okay.
you cast in these kind of things.
Oh.
You can't take my name, please. Okay? If you were in a crisis, besides me,
Haan.
who would you call at 3 a.m.?
3 a.m.
Yeah.
There's only one person awake at 3 a.m. Shah Rukh.
But he has to answer the phone.
That is true. He has to pick up the
answer
phone. So that may be difficult. Maybe Karan.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I'll also answer, but
Yeah, but you said not to take your name.
after me, this
Haan.
is. Okay. If you wanted to rant about someone without being judged,
To?
to whom would
To
you
whom?
rant to? Yeah.
Without being judged. See, I cannot rant to the Avinash.
Because you'll be
because
judged.
I'll be judged about it. So, I have...
Puneet.
Puneet I can rant.
Because
Puneet
he will rant
Malhotra.
back.
Yeah, because he is whole day ranting.
He will rant back. If you wanted to discuss a new film idea,
Haan.
who would you go to?
My son.
Yeah, not
Zar.
Shirish?
No. My ideas and Shirish's ideas are very different.
If
My
you
son
want-
is very into my movies now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But he's also your favorite child.
That's not true. That's really not true.
That is true. If you wanted a honest and brutal opinion about yourself, advice.
I want to tell you, I get it every day from Shirish. And I don't want it.
That's he's just giving you your medicine who you give
I
to
don't
everybody
want
else.
honest and brutal appraisal.
If there is someone, then who would it be who you would want to thank for your career, or somebody who gave you a break, or
So many people, Mansoor Khan for giving me a break in Jojita, but I think Shah Rukh for giving me a break as a director and letting me
And he
make 3
trusted
of
you.
my
Yeah.
biggest movies.
And this one again, I don't know why this question is there, but if you wanted to make a rom-com with 2 female leads,
Means it's a lesbian rom-com.
I don't know. I
I
guess
don't
so.
want to make this movie. Can I make a rom-com about an older lady and a hot superstar?
Yeah.
Me and Tom Cruise.
Bichara Tom Cruise is
Bichara
really,
to choda.
really. With that, thank you for being on this show
Anytime.
and this podcast, and for being so honest as always.
always.
But before you go,
Haan.
we
Giving me
want
something
to
also,
give,
since you have given Dilip a lot.
Yeah, we are giving you something very, very nice. We're giving you something from Solitario.
Oh, wow. Are there diamonds?
You can't open it.
There is something
maybe
no in
there
the
are
dabba?
diamonds.
Okay.
Is that why you checked the last box?
Yeah.
to make
So
sure.
sometimes you'll just give empty boxes.
No, but thank you for coming. Don't forget to watch this episode on Myntra Glam Stream. Play to slay.